Don't give up. That right there is the simple life mantra for AJ Lewis, who just finished his senior season at Eastern Kentucky. Now, AJ almost quit baseball altogether, but he stuck to those 3 words. And after transferring schools 2 times, AJ just finished his shortened season with a .451 batting average and in a fantastic position for the MLB Draft. Hi, everybody. My name is Scotty Gange, and this is Above the Line. Thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure to have AJ on the show, and I hope you enjoy. In 13 games, before we really go into anything else, were those the best 13 games of baseball you think you've ever played?
I mean, somewhere close to it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been doing that well that late. That early in the season before. I'm usually
awesome.
Later on, but it was pretty impressive.
Really was. It was fun for me to watch you kind of get a lot of publicity and stuff through the first couple of games of the season. You think, wow, this guy. I mean, 13 games in, he's hitting .451. I don't know if he can keep that up for an entire 60, but things have got to be going his way, which is pretty cool. And I'm wondering when the season was over, you said your guys' last game was a Tuesday or Wednesday midweek game. What were your thoughts right when you heard that the season was over?
Well, I kind of knew it was coming. We had seen like all these. So the Ivy League canceled first, obviously, like maybe a week before we did. And I was like, all right, if they cancel, the NCAA tournament got canceled, like March Madness. So I was like, yeah, it's too late. So I was already prepped for it. I wasn't really like super surprised, but it still sucked when, that's how you end your senior season. I mean, I was, like we were talking about it earlier, I went 0 for 4. I was begging to get back out there to play that game. Like, yeah, we're done. Like, it is what it is.
It's kind of funny. You see, you go .451 in the season, but your last game is 0 for 4. It's like that's just baseball, like you said earlier. It's just baseball.
I was just like, it was one of those things, you flush it just so you can get back out there again and do it. I'm like, well, I flushed it, but I can't get back out there and do it again. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, you had an awesome college career, right? It started at Missouri, then went to John Logan Community College, and then ended it at Eastern Kentucky, where, like you said, you were putting together a really strong senior season. You were on the Buster Posey Award watch list twice, and now you're approaching the MLB Draft. And I know for you, it's all about controlling what you can control. But with all the outside talk of, hey, it might not be 40 rounds, it might be 5, it might be 10, and really all the uncertainty that goes in it, how are you exactly approaching the MLB Draft and all of that's going on?
Like you said earlier, like I just really control what I can control. I mean, all the mock drafts and stuff are coming out, and I mean, there's some truth to them, but I mean, like nobody actually knows until it actually happens. So I'm just working out every day, doing what I can do, and kind of trying to stay out of that, like finding other ways to occupy my time, because you'll kind of go insane, just sitting there over obsessing about one thing all the time. Especially during this time, you have all day to do it. So really, just finding stuff to do, doing homework, like not just not putting all my thought and all my time and energy into that.
Getting to hang out with your dogs too, huh?
Yeah, big dash. Somebody must have walked.
It's been fun for me to see in this off season that you're in right now, to see you getting some cool publications written about you. ESPN's Undefeated featured you in an article, a little mini video. The Chicago Tribune as well. What's it been like for you in getting some publicity?
I mean, it's definitely cool. You worked for it, and it's nice to see that other people acknowledge it. But it is like, you can only be so into that stuff. You can't like overindulge, and you can't like let that be who you are. Like, it was cool. Like, now it's time to get back to work. It's got to get some more written about you. Got to do some more stuff to make your name memorable.
The coolest thing I saw, it was in the Chicago Tribune article. It was kind of just saying how your career at EKU, although it may have been short, was just amazing for you, and it was such a comeback for you almost, and you closed it off with your last 13 games in your senior season hitting .451 and just totally changing the game and changing the name of AJ Lewis in college baseball. How rewarding was that?
I mean, it was great, dude. Like, as you saw, like, it was just kind of a grind to start. It wasn't fun at all. Like, you envision going to play college baseball, and I was like, dude, this is about to be the best time of my life, my freshman. And sophomore year, really, I was like, yo, I hate baseball. Like, this is so hard. But I hated it, but like the more, like the tougher it got, the more I loved it. Like, I just like couldn't get away from it. Like, when it got really hard, I was like, yo, all right, let me show 'em. Like, let me do it. And I'm glad I stuck in there, because it like ended up being something like great. And I was on the brink of like not really wanting to do it anymore, and just saying like, forget, I'll just end up going to business school and figure out what I'm from there. But like, I'm so happy I stuck with it. It was definitely, it was worth it.
What was it that made you stick with it? That made you say, you know what? No, let's try it one more time. Let's keep this game going, and we'll push business school off for one more try.
I don't know, like I said earlier, like the harder it got, I don't know why. I just like started like over obsessing. Like the more I couldn't hit, the more I was starting to watch hitting videos. Like the more I was trying to see like how different catchers call, like different styles. Like it was just like, all right, if I can't do it this way, I'll figure it out this way. It was just an ongoing type of process. That's what let me know I really love baseball. And it was like what I needed to be doing, because I was like, dude, anytime something like gets annoying and too hard, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go do something else. I'll go figure it. Like I can't beat Call of Duty. I'm like, all right, well, let me go play 2K. Like, but like this was something that I just like really wanted to like figure out. And I was like, I knew I had it, and I knew I could do it. And like when I figured it all out, it's kind of impressive. Well, I didn't figure it all. You never figure it all out. But like, when I got a little taste of success, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
You find yourself getting back on track like that in the baseball world, and things working out after they weren't going so well for you. Can you translate that from your life in baseball to your personal life at all? Did you find any differences from when you were able to turn a failure into success?
Oh, definitely. Like, my mom passed away when I was 10. You know, that's something that's very traumatic. That's something that a lot of people, even when they're adults, they don't deal with it well. And one thing that my father never let me do was like make an excuse or like let that be the reason why I didn't do something. So like I kind of took that mindset that I took with my mother's passing, like, you know, this is motivation. Like this is, you know, everything happens for a reason. Let me use this to my advantage. As crazy as that sounds, but like that's the mindset with it. Like that's how you have to be.
Mm-hmm. You know, I know in the Lewis household, and I got to speak with your dad this summer. It's all about love, and I probably talked with him for 45 seconds, and I just said, hey, a message to all the dads. It was on Father's Day. He's like, man, just love your kids, play ball with your kids, and love them. It really seems amazing. I'm wondering what type of, I guess, for lack of a better term, legacy he's left on you as a man.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing. You know, he cares. He cares a little too much sometimes, but he means well, and you know, he's always, you know, wanting the best for me. So I can't be mad at him at all. You know, different people show emotions different ways. So that's all I have to say about that.
If you can translate it back to baseball, with the MLB draft coming, of course, there's uncertainty. You're going to handle things that you can handle and take care of your own business. And you're looking back at your college career. What's, I guess, just been your favorite part about this entire process in the past and looking forward in the game of baseball?
I definitely say I have two. The failure I had early on, like I'm so happy I had it. Like it was probably the best thing that ever happened. Like it was just like so like hard. Like everybody has failure in baseball. Like everybody faces some adversity, but like, you know, most people like just try to get like learning to embrace that, like learning to like understand that like once I get through this, like it's gonna be beautiful on the other side. That was like one thing. And then like coming to Eastern and like meeting my teammates and all, like just the bond with those guys, like it's been amazing. Like those guys are some groups. Like it's the best group of guys that I could be around.
Well, I'm happy for you, AJ. Best of luck in the upcoming draft. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Thanks again for the time, man.
Appreciate you.